Welcome to another great episode of the Jet Set. Coming up, we'll get to explore aviation memorabilia at the country's largest exhibition.
What should you download for your next flight? I've got the answer.
Lifestyle and travel journalist Michelle Payer is joining us with tips for traveling when time is tight. All of this and more is on arrival right here on the Jet Set.
Meeting a new friend always makes my trip complete.
Keeping up with the news about a destination helps me make the most of my trip.
Experiencing different cultures, exploring new places, and connecting with diverse people make me a better person.
Gather round, kids. It's time for travel news on this week's edition of Here's This. Have you ever checked in for your flight and got a random TSA PreCheck designation? Well, those lucky days may be coming to an end if Congress has their say. The PreCheck is PreChecked Act of 2018 is making its way through Congress and just received approval by a voice vote in the U.S. House of Representatives. The bill is backed by the Global Business Travel Association, which issued a letter to the House Homeland Security Committee that said, quote, PreCheck offers business travelers a risk-based, intelligence-driven aviation security that is fast, safe, and efficient. Time is money for business travelers, and inefficient procedures reduce business travel due to the hassle factor and ultimately hurt the economy, end quote. While the bill's aim is to restrict the PreCheck line to members of the TSA PreCheck program, it also directs the TSA to create lanes for low-risk travelers to undergo modified screening to make the process as efficient as possible. The last season of Game of Thrones is wrapped, but before you say that your watch has ended, HBO is opening legacy attractions at its shooting locations in Northern Ireland. While die-hard Thrones fans have visited the show's iconic locations in Belfast and Dubrovnik, Game of Thrones Legacy will take viewers behind the scenes with costumes, props, weapons, set dressing, concept art, and more. Now, standing sets, including Winterfell, Castle Black, and even King's Landing, are being considered as an additional attraction in the form of a studio tour. Game of Thrones Legacy is slated to open in 2019. The 2018 J.D. Power Airline Loyalty Program Satisfaction Study, well, that was a long name, found that around half of general loyalty program members and 30% of status members are admitting that they do not completely understand how their program works. As for how members use their points or miles, 74% of respondents prefer to save them in order to redeem larger rewards, while only 13% prefer to redeem their points for quick discounts. Now, this got us wondering, how many of you know how your mileage plan works? We sent our producer Brad to hit the streets to find out what you have to say.
Are you part of a mileage program within the airline?
Yes.
Do you understand how that mileage plan works?
Now, I'm with Delta, and honestly, like when I first got it, no, I did not understand. Now I understand now through trials and tribulations and research, Google, all that good stuff. But initially, no. But after you start using it and you see the benefit and how you can take advantage of the opportunities, then you do research, and now I do know more.
I'm willing to bet that you have no idea how your mileage plan works at American.
You would be wrong, sir.
Really?
Because I actually do.
Really?
Because I spend money and they give me miles.
Okay, well, actually nowadays that's not necessarily wrong. You actually earn miles based on how much money you paid for your ticket.
Yeah, but I think that there are two different ways that people have to look at miles. One, it's different if you're one of the big business travelers that's traveling nonstop all the time, and there's another way if you're just a person that travels occasionally, that you need to look at the mileage plans differently, and you know what I mean?
Right.
And concentrate on all your purchases and that sort of thing, and then only using your miles for awards when you're up against a really, really expensive ticket.
Right. Now you both are Advantage with American. Do you know the difference between Advantage and other plans? Because I use JetBlue TrueBlue.
Yes, we know.
I do, because you've told me how great the JetBlue programs are.
Yeah,
yes, you're always
like.
So you have a lot more perks. You have a lot more perks at American.
Yes, because I like perks. And also, I fly American. I'm like what Gailen was just talking about. I'm on a plane all the time, as I always say. But yes.
We'll be right back in 30 seconds with more of the Jet Set.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants, stronger together, better together.
It's time for this month's in-flight entertainment update where we talk about what to download for your next flight. Read this. In a sunburned country, Bill Bryson takes you along his journey through Australia, the country that doubles as a continent and a place with the friendliest inhabitants, the hottest, driest weather, and the most peculiar and lethal wildlife to be found on the planet. The result is a deliciously funny, fact-filled, and adventurous performance by a writer who combines humor, wonder, and unflagging curiosity. Okay, listen to this, Hysteria. This podcast, hosted by Aaron Ryan, features an all-female cast and deals smartly with issues from the serious to the absurd. Hilarious and informative, this is a must-listen for both men and women and is available on all of your favorite podcast providers, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and more. Watch this, Adrift. Adrift is based on the inspiring true story of two free spirits whose chance encounter leads them first to love and then to the adventure of a lifetime. As the two sailors set out on a journey across the ocean, Tammy Oldham and Richard Sharp couldn't anticipate that they would be sailing directly into the most catastrophic hurricanes in recorded history. In the aftermath of the storm, Tammy awakens to find Richard badly injured and they're both in ruins. With no hope for rescue, Tammy must find the strength and determination to save herself and the only man she has ever loved.
So why Tahiti? What brought you here?
I want to chase adventures.
Hello, who's this guy?
She hides away like a ghost.
What's it like sailing out there all alone?
You're either sleep deprived or seasick, and after a few days, there's hallucinations.
Why do you do it?
It's a feeling I can't describe. It's just you and the infinite horizon.
Oh, if you play, I'll bleed the same.
How would you like to sail the Hosanna to California first?
What do you think?
I think 4,000 miles is insane.
I'm not going anywhere without you. Come sail with me.
Bon voyage, lovers!
Hurricane Raymond has taken an unexpected turn and has been upgraded to a Category 5.
We need to make sure everything's secure.
Sure, don't worry.
I love you. Get below! Oh my God!
We've got more of the Jet Set coming up in just a minute.
Setting sail on a cruise ship is a vacation for most, but what is life like on board for those working on the ships? Joining us today is Margo Burr, former Cruise Line entertainment host, to give us the inside scoop. Hi, Margo. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Bobby. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So what inspired you to work on a cruise ship?
So what inspired me to work is when I was getting ready to graduate college, I had a friend who invited me to go on vacation with them. I'd never been on a cruise prior to that.
Okay.
I ended up going, and I had such a phenomenal time. I saw the entertainment, the food, the parades, the lights, camera. I was like, this is what I want to do. So I was like, how can I get an opportunity to work on here? Reached out to the cruise director. She told me how to. Ended up applying to all the cruise lines I could think of, and Carnival ended up calling me back first, and
Awesome.
that's how I started.
So what do you do as an entertainment host?
So as an entertainment host, obviously you have to go through a 2-week training prior to starting your actual job shift. So I started out on a smaller ship, and then you have to do the activities on the ship. So like bingo,
the games.
The games. So all of our activities were in 30-minute increments. So the itinerary was full of lots of activities. So those activities, the fun activities you saw on the ship, that was me giving you a good time the entire time.
All right, but now what's life like on board? What kind of cabins do you live in?
All right, so everybody's living conditions are different, but because I was a part of the entertainment staff, I live backstage. So our living conditions, where I did have a roommate, the rooms were not that big. They were kind of sort of like smaller than a hotel. I'm trying to think, like similar to, have you ever been on a boat that has like a little room and it's really small like that. The shower is super small. The beds, I stayed in a bunk bed. We shared a closet. It was really like...
So it's 2 people per room?
It's 2 people per room. But if you were a part of the crew, you live below deck 0, it was 4 to a room.
Oh,
so that's why I was saying it really depends. And they had to share a bathroom. It was like 12 to a bathroom. With me, it was just me and my roommate.
How does people get ready to go to work with 1 bathroom?
When you're from a country that, you know, is kind of like scarce, you kind of make it work. So that's the kind of conditions that they give you.
So what do you do in your off time when you're stuck on the ship?
When I'm stuck on the ship, I sleep.
Okay.
So there were a couple different things really quickly. I got off the ship. So when it was normally 4 to 6 hosts on the team, so we all had to rotate. It was something called host on duty.
Okay.
So if you had that cell phone that week, you were stuck on the ship. You could not get off the ship when people were docked from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You had to stay on there because there are people who cruise all the time, and they want activities to do while they're stuck on board. So that was one activity, and then I would have the opportunity to actually go off the ship, explore Mexico, explore the Bahamas.
It's a great experience.
Explore a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Where can we learn more about you?
You can learn more about me on my website, www.itsmargoburr.com.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was
Thank
a pleasure.
You, Bobby. Likewise.
For those of you that don't know, I'm a huge nerd when it comes to airline memorabilia.
Everyone knows.
Everyone
knows.
Okay, well, I was lucky enough to attend the Airliners International Show, which is the world's largest show of its type in the world. Take a look.
If anything related to airline history or collectibles is your thing, Airliners International is definitely for you.
Airliners International is the Super Bowl of airline collectible shows. It's the largest one in the world. We get dealers from all over the world, and we try and get in a cool city, different city every year.
Collectors from all over the world gather at Airliners International to buy, sell, and trade everything to do with airlines, past and present. I'm here with Amy Bratt, who was a flight attendant for Pan Am for many years, and she has written a book that's all over the world, and she's exhibiting here at the show. So great to meet you in person.
Hello. Yeah.
So tell me, you had a career with Pan Am, which is, I mean, what more could anyone want?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a lifestyle. 26 years I flew for Pan Am.
Well, you know what? I love that you're here at the show because people that come here love airline history, and of course Pan Am invented the jet set, right?
Yeah.
So your book really chronicles your career.
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit about it.
I started flying in 1966 and then until the end 91 when the demise of Pan Am. So the book is about the glamour that once was and then the turbulence that ensued, the demise of Pan Am.
The people you meet at Airliners International share the airline history they've often experienced firsthand and make it possible for all of us to get our hands on hard-to-find items to add to our own collections.
I'm here at Airliners International because I collect airline memorabilia, and I have for about 34 years.
So I'm a huge aviation enthusiast. Unfortunately, I don't work in the industry yet. So the next best thing is to admire from afar, and it's like the perfect place to do it.
What brought me to Airliners International is I have been attending these shows since my first one in St. Louis in 1999, and since then I've only missed, I think, 4. And I come not necessarily to pick up wonderful collectibles like this, but also I have made a lot of friends over the years.
Most people who collect airline memorabilia love to travel. They love airlines, they love seeing the sky, and they like other people. And they're from all over the world.
Whether you're looking to complete your own collection or relive a moment of your own travel history, you're sure to find it here. So tell me about how you turned your hobby into a career.
Well, for many years I was director of a small aviation museum in northern New Jersey, and recently I've kind of gone independent and started an organization called the Commercial Aviation Consultancy. And basically I have kind of a photographic memory for this stuff because I've been so passionate about it for so long. I went to my first Airliners International show when I was 16. My mom took me. That was 1984. And I've been into commercial aviation for as long as I can remember. So what I'm offering through this new organization I've begun is an opportunity for any media organization that wants fact-checking, research, editing done to make absolutely sure that every tiny little ridiculous detail is right. Like, for instance, I know that National introduced this logo in November of '67. I don't know if you ever watch television shows. Sometimes they'll show an airplane, an airliner, and it's a 737 in this shot. And then it's supposed to be the same plane, but it's a 727 in the next one, and then a DC-10 in the third one. That kind of thing drives enthusiasts and historians like us crazy.
I've been going to this show for years, and it always has me feeling like a kid again as I go from table to table, deciding what I just had to take home with me. I had a hard time narrowing it down.
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but you guys, I got these videos. I can sit around for hours and watch these airplane videos. I've got this unusual airlines book, TWA Flight Center. Come on, Eastern Airlines at LaGuardia? You know I love Eastern.
The next Airliners International show will be at the Delta Flight Museum in Atlanta. Visit airlinersinternational.org.
Lifestyle and travel journalist Michelle Payer is joining us after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and we're happy to report that nearly 3.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure that it's both simple and easy.
For 8 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 5th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing.
If you're not familiar with HARP, it's a U.S. government program designed specifically for homeowners who have little or no equity. A great feature of the HARP program is that most HARP refinance loans do not require an appraisal, and there are fewer income verification requirements. That makes it simpler, easier, and even faster. And even if you've been denied for a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that you now may be eligible. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. And we'll do all we can to help you save money on your mortgage. It's simple and easy. Find out if you're eligible to take advantage of today's incredibly low interest rates and start saving money every month on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans today or go to quickenloans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
I'm Sonia Gavankar with today's Travel Tech Minute. While arriving in Washington Dulles International Airport after a flight from Sao Paulo, a man presented a genuine French passport as his ID, but the facial recognition system flagged the man's face as not matching the passport photo. Officers then searched his person and he grew visibly nervous and found his real ID from the Republic of Congo in his shoes. The system had just been installed on Monday, so this was the first instance where it caught a person illegally entering the United States. There are a total of 14 airports using the facial recognition technology to screen out people arriving in the U.S. with false documents. Dulles Airport has been testing facial recognition systems since 2015, while New York's JFK Airport started to test the technology in 2016. Both airports are part of the broader biometric exit pilot that uses facial recognition to identify visa holders as they exit the country. And that's today's Travel Tech Minute. For more, visit thetechshow.tv.
Are you suffering from the back-to-school blues? Well, just because summer is over doesn't mean that you have to be stuck at home. Joining us from Miami is luxury travel and lifestyle journalist Michelle Payer to help us plan the perfect weekend getaway on a segment we're calling Destination Spotlight. Michelle, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here, Bobby. Thanks so much.
And of course, so it's that time of year where kids are heading back to school and time off can be a little tight, but that doesn't mean you can't have a great weekend getaway, right?
Great weekend getaways get us through the school year. It's wonderful to have a good weekend getaway with family and friends, and to entertain the kids is a big thing now with going back to school. So that's key when you're finding a good weekend destination.
Of course. So now what are some things that people should look for in a weekend getaway destination?
Great weekend destination comprises a lot of different elements. You want everything within arm's reach so you're not doing a lot of driving. You want to entertain the kiddos, have a lot of activities at your fingertips, have great hotels, terrific restaurants, and a lot of action that you can partake in.
Well, what's one of your favorite weekend getaway destinations?
One of my favorite weekend getaway destinations for its outdoor activities, its culinary, its museums, its live music, performances is Portland, Oregon. There just is not a lack of things to do in Portland. It's a great outdoor city, so you can really get into the Pacific Northwest and all that makes it great.
I mean, and when you're there, you have to at least have a voodoo donut.
Voodoo Donuts is a great stop in the middle of downtown Portland. There are usually lines around the block to get into Voodoo Donuts because it's innovative. It was one of the first, and it has the most interesting, crazy maple, bacon, everything on it kind of donut.
That sounds delicious, though. So what else is there to do in Portland?
One of my favorite things to do is go to the International Rose Test Gardens, which overlooks downtown Portland and Mount Hood in the distance. You've got about 10,000 rose bushes, 450 different varieties, and you really stop and smell the roses, no kidding. After you've done that, head to downtown Portland. Do not miss the Portland Saturday Markets. Portland is famous for its Saturday markets. It's on the Willamette River. About 250 local artists and craftspeople are there every weekend from about 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can find some of the most beautiful homemade, handcrafted items in the country.
It sounds like you can spend a lot more than just a weekend in Portland, especially since they have a really huge craft beer scene too, right?
There's a huge craft beer scene. A lot of companies close their offices on Friday afternoons, bring in craft beer, and they have ping pong tournaments. You can go and visit probably a new brewery every day at least and not get through them all.
All right, so then here's the biggest question of them all. Where can people learn more information about you?
Here's where you could go is www.michellepayer.com.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Michelle. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Bobby. Happy travels.
Where will this week's travel inspiration send us? Stay tuned to find out. Back in a moment.
Tired of trying to hide your belly bulge, muffin top, or that beer gut? Now there's a fun, effective, and easy way to get fit and toned in just minutes a day with the Simply Fit board. It's got everyone twisting and getting you into your fat-burning zone.
It's so fun, I don't feel like I'm working out.
I'm Lori Grenier from Shark Tank. I like being toned, but I'm not big into working out and sweating. That's why I fell in love with the Simply Fit board. The minute I saw it, I knew it was a hero, and I did the deal so we could bring it to all of you.
You'll feel it working instantly. The secret is its unique twisting motion and balance board pivoting action that engages your entire core, helping tone abs, legs, and your entire body, all while having fun. You can get started with as little as 5 minutes a day. Do it anytime, anywhere. Do it while watching TV. This is a great workout for everyone, no matter your age.
It's low impact and easy on the joints. And look at me, I'm 64 and in better shape than I've been in years.
I love feeling my muscles working because it feels like I'm working and I'm just burning fat away, and who doesn't want to burn fat away?
The Simply Fit board can help trim your waistline, engage your entire core, and improve your balance. The Simply Fit board is so durable it holds up to 400 pounds, and it's lightweight, portable, and stores away easily. Call or go online now to get your Simply Fit board for only $39.99. Plus, you'll also get the Simply Fit workout DVD with 3 full body exercise routines. And here's our 100% risk-free guarantee. If you don't feel it working in just 60 seconds, send it back for a full refund of the purchase price. We'll even pay the return shipping.
Now that's a great deal. And that's how sure I am that you will absolutely love your Simply Fit board.
Simply Fit rocks!
To order the Simply Fit board for $39.99 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-383-0235 or order online at simplyfitboard.com.
Are you looking for some travel inspiration? I've got the go coming up in just a minute. It's time for travel inspiration on the go, where this week we're sending you to explore Tahoe. Go stay at Coachman Hotel. This new motel experience embraces modern style and convenience while celebrating escapes to nature. Enjoy a great cup of coffee in the morning and gather for beers and shared stories around the fire pit after a day out in the wild. Go take a hike. Visiting Tahoe is all about getting outdoors, and our favorite hike is Eagle Falls. This moderate to difficult trail goes to Upper and Lower Eagle Falls and offers spectacular scenery. Go take a hot air balloon ride with Lake Tahoe balloons. Enjoy the spectacular views and fresh mountain air in this unique way. It's an experience you'll never forget.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.